Well, what a pleasure. I'm now joined by John Marshall from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. John, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us today.
My pleasure.
So John, give us a little bit of an insight as some of the things your agency is working on right now.
Sure. At the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, we're focused on our mission. And our mission is to save lives, prevent injuries, and reduce economic costs related to traffic crashes. And we do that through research, through education, through safety standards, and through enforcement.
What are some of the particular programs that you're working on?
Well, in particular, as with regards to IACP, we're focused on traffic enforcement, and we have very valuable partners in law enforcement, and specifically one of our key partners is with IACP. Tragically, in 2015, 35,092 people were killed in traffic crashes, and that represents a 7.2% increase over the previous year, the largest increase in 50 years. And 94% of those crashes were due to driver behavior, things the drivers do behind the wheel. That's why traffic enforcement is so important, in particular with regard to getting impaired drivers off the road. We talk about the 4 Ds, drunk driving, driving under the influence of drugs, distracted driving, drowsy driving. We're also focused on speeding, that claims approximately a third of the fatalities, and making sure that people buckle up. And these are all obviously things that law enforcement deals with every day with traffic stops.
And what about particularly with law enforcement and maybe vehicles that they're pulling over? What are some of the safety procedures you're working on with that?
We're actually working on 2 officer safety related programs. The first deals with move over. These laws are in effect on the books in all 50 states in our nation. Basically requires drivers as they're approaching law enforcement and other emergency vehicles stopped on the road with their emergency lights activated. If safe to do so, they need to either move over a lane, and if they can't do that, then they need to slow down. We're trying to protect the officers as they're doing their job on the side of the road, and there's materials available to download at trafficsafetymarketing.gov. The other officer safety initiative, recently we finalized a cooperative agreement for technical assistance and funding to the Below 100 initiative. That's an initiative designed to prevent line of duty deaths, and it's based on 5 tenets. Wear your vest, and that's your traffic safety vest, reflectorized vest, and your body armor. Wear your seatbelt, watch your speed, WIN, which stands for what's important now, which basically means focus on what you're doing, minimize the distractions, and finally that complacency kills. This program is making a difference around the country and is preventing line of duty deaths.
Everybody's talking at the moment about driverless cars, aren't they? Yeah. How's your agency trying to make that safe?
We know, going back to that 94% number, 94% of traffic crashes being caused by human factors. Think for a minute how much safer our roads would be if we could take the human factors out of play.
Right.
And recently, U.S. Transportation Secretary Anthony Fox and our NHTSA Administrator, Dr. Mark Rosekind, released the Federal Automated Vehicles Policy that lays the foundation for safe testing and the deployment of self-driving technologies by providing safety assurances while at the same time facilitating innovation. So obviously there's great potential there to not only reduce traffic crashes and injuries, but to save lives.
Well, John, thank you ever so much indeed for, we could talk to you all day, couldn't we? But thank you for joining us, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, I appreciate the opportunity.